Hey guys, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. Just a quick video on removing the rear trim, the rear door trim on these 150 or LC 150 Prados, LC Land Cruiser 150, LC 150. Anyway, so Philip said screw, boof, out of there. Okay, another screw, Philip said, out of there. I think there was another one I took out as well. There it is there. You obviously got all your covers off, your tools out. Then it's just clips. So this is what we're going to do. Now this is where your special little trim removal tools come in. A couple of reasons for this video: to show people how to remove the trim, and B, how much dust gets in the back door after a heap of outback dirt and dust roads. So for those that are curious as to if theirs is normal or not and how much does get in there. So I've made a little head start. Now the problem is getting started. So if you've got your special little plastic tool kit, whatever, you just need to get into the corner. You can go anywhere along the bottom. I choose the bottom corner here, and I'm going to be quite honest here. I tried it the DIY way for you guys, and I use this any little flat blade screw. I just use this little flat blade. I gently went in there. I'm not saying to lever it, because if you lever it, you're going to put marks in the plastic, which is why they have special tools for this sort of job. But once you get in there a little bit gently, just enough to get your fingertips in, I put in all 4 of my fingers. And look, I suppose I'm not bragging or anything. Sorry, some of the crap I say in videos sometimes, but you know, I'm fig jam, you know, I'm good, just ask me anyway, right? I'm a bit stronger than some people. So some people, anyway, got under there with the fingers, and I just went and pulled it, and then you sort of hear it pop. You hear the clips pop because they're quite strong, because they are only clips. But so what I'm going to do is try and show you what sort of clips they are once we get them off. So I'll just move the camera on a bit of a different angle, so hopefully you can, you know what, let's do it like that for this video. So then I'm just going to work my way along, basically, right? There may be a couple of clips around the middle area. I can't remember, to be quite honest. I don't do this all the time. It's not what I do. I only really do this on my own vehicles, right? So there we are, right? It's virtually ready to come off. I'll just have a feel. One more at this side, I reckon. Anyway, I'll get the camera in a different position, show you. You can imagine it's difficult when you're trying to hold a camera and do work yourself, right? So basically this side, I reckon there's one more to come, right? And then once the whole thing's hanging like that, it's pretty well ready to come off. There's no more clips holding it. The only thing holding it now is it's connected to the top part of the trim. So let's get up there and have a closer look what's going on. Okay, so you can see what's going on. It's just like that. And I can't even remember, to be honest, so I'm going to wing it. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I'm pretty sure that, and if any clips fall out, like one just fell out, take note of where they fall. Right. And that trim above just pulls out like that, and that'll allow the one below it to come down. But I'll need to do the other side as well, right, at the same time. Where'd that clip go? I'm going to go find the clip that fell out. I've got the clip, and try and reposition a bit. Now, what did I say? You've got to kind of like unhook it like that. So we're going to do the same thing here as well. So it should, if I remember, see, I can't remember. I've got to be honest, I can't remember what I'm doing. So let's risk it for the biscuit. As we say, risk it for the biscuit. I'm going to take maybe one clip further up of this trim as well. Maybe not, because I don't want to. Pretty sure it should come off like that. So here we go. I don't even really know what I'm doing. I want to roll the camera and show you how bad I go, but I also don't want to do that because it makes me look bad, right? See here, you can see that that's kind of like separated. That's literally, see that? It's ready to come down that side, right? I'm just leaving it hooked up like that so that it doesn't fall, because I'm not holding it. I've let it go. Same thing should happen to this. Well, that's not what we wanted. Lucky I caught it, right? So this is what happens in videos, right? Fun and games, right? There it is. It's just clips, guys. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm trying to, probably with an assistant's good. This is where you get the missus or the kids on the job to help you, right? So there it is, right? There it is. We're just going to lift the whole thing off. Now we're going to have a good look in the door and have a look at the dust and have a look at the amount of dust near the door lock and wonder why we have problems with that, eh? So there's the trim. That's the inside of the trim, just laying in the rear of the vehicle, and you can see there's not a lot of dust, but this is the side where you can see it. Up that end, closest to the hinge end of the door, the least dust, and as you go this way, more dust. It's not, it looks like a lot, it's not a massive amount, but there's enough in there. If you knew what this vehicle, how much dirt roads it had been on, you'd be surprised that's all there is. Now looking at the back door from the hinge side, working our way across, as we get over this way there's more dust, right? So this is where your door lock and everything is in there. You know, it's going to be, I'm not going to try and show you that in this video actually. This is that lock that we talk about. Remember the lock? It gets dust in it, they can get stuck. You need to know about lubricating and sorting that out. At the end of the day, bada bing, you can see for whatever reason, I don't actually know exactly where it's coming in at that side there, but obviously it's worse at that side and the dust can get in the door. It's not too bad. This is only 60,000 Ks. Lots of dirt roads though. So most people's vehicles are going to look like this at, I don't know, 200,000 Ks because they just don't get out as much, if you know what I mean. A lot more going to work and back and other things, duties on the blacktop. This is a touring vehicle. Anyway, we're going to get it back together shortly and maybe we'll show you that side of it as well. Quick tip while we're in here. If you're running the antenna wire or any other wires you want to get through there, this is how it's done. You remove that rear trim, you carefully peel the plastic back. It needs to be refitted later, don't rip holes in it. Carefully peel it back, it's actually good. Well, this one is peeled off nice and clean and that'll all stick back on again. And you just find the hole up in through there. You can have a look if you like, right? Inside out, back to front, right? With that wiring loom inside the boot, you can see here I pulled the boot out to demonstrate, right? There's some, I don't know if there was a hole there or I cut that hole. I cut the hole in there, of course. So I cut the hole in the grommet. Of course, I know that, right? Cut the little hole there, and that goes through tight. So it's like a really tight fit. It's not going to leak any dust or dirt or anything like that. And on the end here, I tape up the end. So this is an Oricom. I use the Oricom already pre-fitted, and I tape it up so it doesn't get caught up on anything going in or out. And then I put a bit of Molykote over the top so it slips nice and easy. So there's your little tip. You run it through there. To get into there, you need to pop this side trim off. So take that little Duvalaki, I call that a Duvalaki, off there. Clockwise, I think it is, to get those off, right? And then again, clips. So you can see the clips. It's a lot of interesting clip information video. There you go, and it'll just pop out enough for you to access to get your hand down through that opening there. That's all you need to do. Anyway, I suppose I better be really clear. So with this boot, there's a hole there, but that's because the wire's inside the loom there, and for it to come out, unless you're going to untape the whole wiring loom, which I'm not, you just make a little hole there, but that's inside the vehicle, so it doesn't matter there's a hole there, get it? It's still sealed. Once you put this grommet back in, right, I'll put it back in. Once it's all back in, it's all sealed up, get it? The hole's inside, whether there's a wire in there or not, right? So there's plenty of room in there. You can fit some wires in there. I'm not saying go crazy, but whatever you do, make sure you put that grommet back in properly. Bada bing. And it doesn't come out this side. Bada boom. So boot back on. Plastic back on, nice and neat. Don't be a butcher. This just clips in. This goes back on. This will just sort of clips in. Top trim to the bottom, along the bottom here. Line up all your clips and push. Clip, 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 okay? You can't really go wrong. These are pretty good to work on, I've got to say. Now next is we've got to get this trim back in place. So first thing you do, you check all your clips. See all these white clips? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there's one missing because that stayed behind the vehicle, so that'll be right there. So we're going to remove that carefully. Don't ask me how. The best way is pulling. So I'm going to put some side cutters to carefully grab it, not cut it, and pull it out. I can't really, actually, I could probably rest assured if there's one broken or missing, it's still going to hold it in place, but we don't want to do that if we don't have to. So generally, I don't do a lot of this stuff, but I sort of go, I know you didn't sort of see that, but you saw what I did. I just want to show you. Zoom back a bit. All right. It's not cut, I didn't cut through it. I had the side cutters in there, I just grabbed it and pulled, because these are just like a pull type clip. See that? That's what you're pulling out, they're just tight clips. So what you need to do, we're just going to pop that clip over here on the door trim. They just slide in, whoop, if you don't lose it, sideways. And there was one other one I picked up, remember? There's one of the little clips that comes off the above trim. I should have showed it to you, I've already put it back in. Up there, there's little white clips. You can either put it over the trim and push it in, I think, or you can put it in the door and push it in. So anyway, we're ready to go. I'll just show you the ends of these trim in a bit more detail. See if that works out. See, so you know what you're hooking in and out and whatever. We'll just get our cleaning cloth and give that a bit of a wipe, because we've got this problem here. If we see some dust on something, you know, we've got to give it a bit of a wipe. So that's done. I'll just hook the trim on there and then I'll show you slapping it back in. I don't want to take too long. So what I've done is just taken a minute or two, bare minimum, to just hook this trim in place. It's not completely clipped. You know, one part of the trim's got to clip to the other, and I've got to tell you, it's virtually almost impossible for me to get that all in place, right? You know, and hold the camera. I can't, this is kind of the best I can do, but basically I'm better off probably explaining it to you. So it's kind of like hooked in place, it's not quite sitting right. Same over this side, right? Sort of just hooked in enough so it doesn't fall. So we just need to maneuver it around to get it all to line up. It'll all just clip in, and see all these clips? You know, they're all just going to come up. They're going to, we need to lift the trim a little bit. You can see the alignment there, the top one, it's not right. You can't see in there, there it is. We just need to lift it all up, and then that'll go pop, 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 and it'll all just pop into place. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Worst angle while I'm doing it, just trying to do something for you where you might see something. But so I've just lifted the trim up at this side and popped it in the hole. I'm going to come around the setup here and try and do the same here. And see, it just sort of, it fell in at the top. You can even go, right, so then that top one's in, it's not going anywhere. Just going to go back to this side. Take your time, nice and slow. Hang on, this side's popped out. See the problem? You do one side, the other. Here it is. So this time, right, and then what's going on with the trim here? Doesn't want to clip in at the top. Doesn't want to clip in on the join. Of course, fun and games. How about that one? That one's in. That one's good. All right, I'll show you that in a minute. But again, once I got this top one in, that one just, it was happy. This one at this side, it's not happy yet. It's not happy. Okay, there it is. It's happy now. There it is. Click, click. You just don't force anything. All I can say with trims, don't force anything. The only time you get heavy is once you know that's all on, then you go. Right, bang. It's not going anywhere. It's all clipped in. Right, you can grab all those if you like and pull it. It's not going anywhere until you really get your fingers under there and do that. It's a pretty big pull to get the first part of the trim to pop, if you know what I mean. So we're going to go ahead now and put the screws back in. Look, you know, we'll just roll it for now, because it won't take long. Normally get all those screws started, but I think that one went there. I'm not going full noise again. I'm just taking it easy. Okay, we've got a couple of screws. We've got to put the handle cover over. So that's going to go. That'll sort of clip into place as well before the screw goes in. So I shouldn't even be holding the screwdriver on that, because you need to use your hands to get the handle popped in place like that. And then put the screw in. You can use your impact driver if you want. Just take it easy, would you? Right, no need to over tighten. I don't think there was a cap over that, but I can't remember. There's another little one down in here. There's a little cover over this one. Because it's your handle, this is your handle for pulling the door shut. They put a screw in it, right? So the clips are really strong, but every now and then you need to have a screw there to make sure, to be sure. And there's a little clip that goes in. You let it go. Clip in place. It's all nice and flush. Right. Bada bing. Did you forget the way the rest of it went? Did. We'll keep rolling. You get your toolkit. That'll sit in like that. Right. Bit of dust. Get your cloth and give it a bit of a spruce up. Give it a freshen up. We like it all clean. You know, always have your handy cleaning, those yellow cleaning cloths. They're bloody fantastic, right? These ones that Mark gets from Costco. Oh, there's dust all along the top of it. We don't want that. Right, if I remember correctly, this, I might forget something here because I'm not concentrating. I'm concentrating more on the video. See, more mess that I want to clean up. Just a bit of moisture and a bit of dust, whatever. And then bada bing, that'll go bang to that way. Right. Cool, of course we've got our K-on table. That's why there's holes there, the K-on table. We've got a K-on table to go on. Anyway, I'm just demonstrating. We're just about done on this door trim refitting. For most people, they're going to have this cover that just goes boom, whoop, opens that way, closes that way, and look at that, right? Voila, right? Beautiful. That's how to remove a door trim. Little bit of extra information and tips there on running the wire through the conduit. I'm not sure what else I could include in that one, but hopefully you liked it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on. Information videos coming your way. Thanks for watching. See you.